Right, so this is my last annual leave day for quite a while. It's a Friday, it's sunny. See? Proof it's sunny. Could have spent millions of pounds on special effects, but it's probably more likely that, considering my limited budget, that it's actually good. So, because I'm bored and I've been watching football highlights, then I'm just falling asleep. Yeah, poetry. Sometimes I just like to stare out the window and think about flowers and birds. Very, I know you're probably expecting some controversial joke or something. No, I'm not going to make that easy for you. This is actually a very interesting book, and actually the Billie Holiday one is very interesting as well. That period of time, 1950s and 60s USA, especially southern USA, is extremely interesting. If you've got a functioning cranium. I tried to resist sounding like a dick, but I know it's a lifetime habit. Habit of a lifetime. Hard to break. This, his Raging Bull, what's it called? No. Easy Rider, Raging Bull book, and what do you call the guy? The guy! Oh my god. What do you call the guy? He's meant to have been the absolute monster king of women in Hollywood. Ah, Jesus. I read, the guy that wrote this wrote a book on him. I'm trying to remember how did I forget his name? I've got his head. He was in Bonnie and Clyde. Good looking, like ridiculously good looking. Like dangerously good looking. And I tried to be straight. Oh man, cannot believe I forgot this guy's name. I've got his head. It's like black hair, this good looking fucker. He directed Reds. He was in Hair or Shampoo. He was in Bonnie and Clyde. It was like, anyway, the guy that wrote that book also wrote a book on him. It's called Star. I even know the name of the book. But that book, oh my god, every single page in that book made me so angry, because he's having so much sex all the time, and to make it even more fucking annoying, he was very, very talented as well, not just good looking. Oh my god. That's not fair. Come on. Also, in other news, today I decided to be a communist. Just to kind of increase my, just based on studying the YouTube stats, I thought I'm missing out on the kind of left-wing market. Also, yeah, for all you old todgers out there like me, this guy, you'll probably recognize his face, was in The Young Ones. And last but not least, yeah, I might as well say something rude. Why not? We all need a bit of wank material. Cliche joke. But yeah, actually, to be honest, I don't have a problem with him. I find him interesting. I would take him over Keir Starmer any day. At least he's a bit less dull and interesting. People are like, oh, but he's posh, tough and all. So, but that's what he was born into. It's not his fault. I find him entertaining and intelligent, and no, I'm not taking the piss. Because that's the thing. Anything I say, people just think I'm taking the piss all the time. Honestly, I'm not saying it's War and Peace. Like, not that I've read War and Peace, but I've read a few pages. It's pretty boring. But no, he's pretty interesting. Like, he's written a book on Churchill. He's and people say, oh, he's outspoken. I would rather have someone outspoken than someone like Keir Starmer, or Theresa May, or they're about as interesting as I mean, I was going to say there, but it's interesting as flipping, that old Kevin Bridges joke, trying to trying to pee on the skid marks in your toilet. At least he's a bit of entertainment, but he's also got brains. Like, yes, he was born into like privileged circumstances, but yeah, so at least there's a lot of them who were born into privileged circumstances, but they're very boring. Like most of them, even the ones in the Labour side, like anyway, I'm not trying to get too political, but people like Tony Blair and Nick Clegg, it's like what colour football team? They're all the same. They all went to Oxford, Cambridge. They grew up in middle class or even like upper class families. And anyway, Boris Johnson. One of the big tests is would you want to go for a pint and a conversation with them? Him? Probably, yeah. Nigel Farage, less so, but Tony Blair, I don't know. Gordon Brown, extremely boring demeanour, an extremely boring face, but I would put that down to his resolute, solid Scottish constitution. I think he'll be someone, if you actually sat down and chatted to him, and you can tell he's kind of holding back, and it doesn't seem like it came from very privileged circumstances. Well, I might be wrong, could be wrong, but anyway, yeah, just generally I prefer Scottish over English. I prefer most people over English. Anyway, I'm bored. Bye.